Greetings, Commanders! My name is Beck, and today we will be going through Update 64, Enterprise Part 3. Before we get started, make sure you leave a comment below letting us know what server you're hailing from. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up with updates like these and more, because we've got a lot of stuff coming. March 2024 brings us the third and final arc for Enterprise. We're excited to continue the story and bring you this update, 64, Enterprise Part 3. Update 64 includes new temporal artifacts, new silent enemy hostiles, new true critical chance and damage modifiers, new officers, new missions, new cosmetics, a new battle pass, and more. For more details, click the link down in the description below or visit the news tab on StarTrekFleetCommand.com. Temporal Artifacts. In this update, players operations 38 and above will be introduced to temporal artifacts. These artifacts are themed around time and time travel, and what makes them especially unique is that players will have the choice in which artifact shards to collect within the loop. This means that players can choose to unlock artifacts in whatever order they want. Here is a shorter breakdown of how the loop works. Players will be able to claim a daily bundle of temporal disruptors and silent nebula tokens in the X-Borg faction store. From here, players can exchange temporal disruptors for specific temporal artifact shards in the artifact section of the store directly, and they can defeat the new silent enemy hostiles to accelerate their progress. Players must first use silent nebula tokens to travel to silent nebula systems and defeat silent enemy hostiles. Those will drop temporal disruptor parts. Exchange these temporal disruptor parts for reward chests containing temporal disruptors, ship parts, and orbit medallions. Players are able to exchange temporal disruptors for specific temporal artifact shards in the artifact section of the store, and can then unlock and upgrade temporal artifacts in the artifact gallery. We previously released a video and blog that dives more into these new artifacts, their effects, and how players may want to use them, so be sure to check out these resources linked down in the description below. Silent enemies. Silent enemies are new enemies being introduced in this update. These hostiles are not only incredibly challenging, but very rewarding as well. These new hostiles feature several buffs, including critical chance, critical damage, critical floor, and burning. As mentioned in the last section, defeating these silent enemies will progress a player's journey in upgrading temporal artifacts in the artifact gallery due to the amount of rewards they drop when defeated in combat. The team received a lot of positive feedback last month from giving players a promo code on day one, so we've decided to do it again. This month, players can receive an amount of shards to source temporal artifacts by using the promo code ENT3. We may even recommend players try using Pike, Moreau, and Trip Tucker for crewing, or maybe these officers as shown here, but we're looking forward to hearing what strategies you come up with. Be sure to let us know in the comments below. New officers. In this final Enterprise arc, we will see two new officers join the ranks in Star Trek Fleet Command, Epic Phlox and Rare Hoshi Sato. Our Epic Officer Phlox reduces player opponents' critical chance, which can be a valuable counter to PvP crews that feature Honor Guard Wharf, and improves Borg Cube grinding efficiency when slotted below deck. Their officer ability is Denobulin Threat Response, which reduces opponent players' critical chance by 1% at the start of each round for 8 rounds. Their below-deck ability is Specimen Cataloging, which increases technological distinctiveness by 1% when destroying hostiles with the Borg Cube's cutting beam. The rare officer for this month is Hoshi Sato. Hoshi Sato completes the Enterprise Arc Mining Efficiency Officer Trio. Their officer ability is Outside the Box, which increases the cargo size of the ship by 1%. Their below-deck ability is Strange Ideas, which increases gas mining speed by 1%. While Phlox will be a great counter to Honor Guard Wharf, here are some crew recommendations to try. What crew will you be using? Primes, True Critical Chance, and Damage Modifiers. Update 64 is packed with 6 new primes, including Prime Crit Evasion, which reduces opponents' total critical chance, including all research and bonuses, by 20%. Prime Borg Cutting Beam Damage, a multi-level prime that increases the Borg Cube's cutting beam damage, as well as a few G5 manufacturing primes, including Prime G5 Survey Manufacturing, Prime G5 Battleship Manufacturing, Prime G5 Explorer Manufacturing, and Prime G5 Interceptor Manufacturing. The Prime Crit Evasion will be available as a web-first exclusive. If you haven't already signed up for a Scopely account, you'll be needing one in order to grab this one. A new bonus type is also available this month. These new bonus types apply a true reduction to your opponent's total critical chance and critical damage after all research and bonuses. Critical evasion reduces your opponent's total critical chance after all research and bonuses. Critical resistance reduces your opponent's total critical damage after all other research and bonuses. These bonuses provide persistent scaling benefits, and regardless of how much critical chance or critical damage your opponent has, that amount will always be effectively reduced by your value of critical evasion and critical resistance. Missions. 20 new missions are coming with this update, which will follow our continued story as the Xindi Civil War comes to a head. Players can expect 10 core missions concluding the Enterprise arc, 5 legacy side missions, and 5 Rule of Acquisition NX-01 side missions. Battle Pass and Cosmetics. A brand new Battle Pass is available this month, and players will have the ability to earn several new cosmetics. Update 64 brings with it 6 new avatars, 4 new frames, and 1 new hailing frequency that our team is particularly looking forward to releasing. This month's events will feature new challenges, some formerly retired event structures, as well as additional NX-01 events, so be sure to check our official channels for this month's event schedule so you can be best prepared. The Elite Path on the Battle Pass will also contain enough temporal disruptors to unlock an uncommon temporal artifact of your choice. While y'all are very aware, we usually push an additional patch mid-month to reflect improvements and fixes. This month, in addition to those items, we will be releasing additional content, and we will release another update like this one to get into all the details. Be sure you have notifications on so you won't miss a single thing, and check out the other resources that we mentioned linked down in the description below. What do you think is coming in our next update? Be sure to let us know in the comments, and as always, live long and prosper, Commanders.